Good morning. It's Saturday, November 6th, and it seems like every time I get into ranting lately, it's not very good news. And this is another day where it's not very good news. And I really try to avoid some of these things, but it's very important that I get them off my chest, and it's very important that we all recognize it. I don't want to sound like I'm harping on the same topic, even though I am harping on it. And the topic deals with the view in my mind that the Republicans are going to run away with the 2022 election. And every time I look around and I read something and I hear how the Republicans are gaining seats in the local elections and gaining seats, on the national stage, and a Republican truck driver can upset the New Jersey president of the Senate, spending very little money, then I realize that this country is moving in a direction that I really don't want to see it moving. But nevertheless, this latest thing has really bothered me. And this is the Capitol riot and the commission on the Capitol riot. And I know that this Friday or so, next Friday, I guess, this committee that is working so hard right now to get all the information on the events of the insurrection in January 6, 20, could be disbanded. This committee could be disbanded. Because once the Republicans are in charge of the House, they will shut this committee down. And that doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right that you can have something that is started and it can be stopped because you get a new set of electors in. Does that seem right to you? That's a failing in our system, I believe. If a wrong was done, there shouldn't be a political reason to shut it down unless you're trying to hide something. So I look at this and I say, this committee is really under the gun. They have to produce something in the next 6 months, or it's as they say in Yiddish, Kaddish. It's over. So I don't want to leave you all worried today, but you should be, because I don't know how this committee is going to complete their work. It's the nature of the beast, These committees don't work that fast, and they're sending out 20 more subpoenas in the next couple of days. So how are they going to get this job done by the end of the year? It's not going to happen. And there's really nothing anybody can do about this, because we can't stop the Republican onslaught as long as the Democrats acting like a bunch of assholes. If they can't get anything done and prove to the country that this country is improving, then this committee's going down the toilet along with those two bills. And the interesting thing about those two bills is that the progressives only have 20% of the population on their side, and yet they're making this big ruckus. If 80% of the population really doesn't give too much of a shit about these bills, really. So the Democrats are in deep doo-doo, as they say. But there is some good news out there, too. News about Pfizer and the Pfizer pill. Pfizer developed an antiviral pill, very effective in 89% of the high-risk cases. Now, this pill can be used to treat COVID-19. Paxlovid is intended for use in patients who show obvious symptoms of COVID-19 or some other highly contagious, destructive diseases. Now, this announcement came a day or two after the United Kingdom approved a similar treatment from Merck, Sharp, and Dohme. Pfizer says it stopped its trials early because the results were so positive. And the UK has already ordered 250,000 doses of the new Pfizer treatment, along with 480,000 doses of the so-called MSG, and the name I can't pronounce, Malnupapa pill. Whatever it is, it's a pill. And pills may get many people vaccinated because something's not getting jabbed into their arm, Because if you're taking a pill, you won't have a chip put in your body. Or maybe if you take a pill and you have a chip put in your body that way, it'll come out the other end eventually, Take an injection, you can take a pill. I wonder what they're going to say in that case. Are they going to stand up there and say, I don't take pills, because they could do damage to my intestines or whatever. But in any event, the Pfizer drug is known as a protease inhibitor. It's designed to block an enzyme the virus needs in order to multiply. Every time I read these things, I don't understand how medicine works. We have enzymes that are good to help you digest food and everything, but then you have enzymes that are bad. And then you can multiply enzymes by taking a pill or an injection. When you take a low dose of another antiviral pill called Ritinavar, it stays in the body longer. So that's pretty good. I guess if you take a pill and you take another pill and you take a third pill, then these antibodies stay in your body longer. Now, this pill works different from the Merck pill, which introduces errors into the genetic code of the virus. So Merck is attacking the virus in a different direction, from a different direction. I don't understand either direction. Give me a pill. I'd rather have a pill than a shot in the arm. That's what many people will be able to say. And I think that's a good idea. Anyhow, Pfizer plans to submit interim trial results for its pill to the U.S. Medicines Regulator at the FDA as part of the emergency use application it started last month. So it started developing this pill last month and it's got a result already. That's a great thing if we have pills, right? Pills, are I think they're less upsetting to people than injections. So the interim data of the treatment of 1,219 high-risk patients who had recently been infected with COVID found that 0.8% of those given Paxlovid were hospitalized, compare with 7% of the patients who were given a placebo or a dummy pill. So that's a huge difference. And the 7 patients who were given the placebo died compared to none in the group that were given the pill. That's pretty astounding. I bet you those people didn't know they were getting a placebo or they probably wouldn't have gone into the test. I think it's a shanda. It's a shanda. We gave placebo out and people died. But I guess that's what you got to do in order to prove that this stuff works, right? Somebody's got to end up dead when you're proving that you got medicine that really works. That's a pretty sad story, but nevertheless, that's what happened. So there's a pill from Pfizer, there's a pill from Merck, there's a pill from this company Dome, that's DOHME, and that's the good news compared to what's going on in the rest of the country. That's we have another great day. Right now the sun is shining a little bit. Okay, bye.